I had a fight with a tree on Sunday. I'm not kidding. I had a fight with a tree. I know that sounds crazy, but I took on about a 3-story oak tree in Arlington, Texas, and I'm still standing. It's just been a crazy week, and it's Tuesday. In a crazy month, and it's the 17th. In a crazy year, and it's November. It's not even over. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I've given out a few times, but I'm not giving up. I just, you got to spend on a dime this year. You got to give it all. You have to want it. You have got to want it, no matter what it takes. It's that kind of year. It's that kind of time to find out what's really inside of you. Are you really willing to fight for it? Tonight, I cooked some chili yesterday. I know I need to eat more than chili, as much as I like the chili and the protein, but I need vegetables. I need fruits. I've got to, be concerned about my health. I drink a lot of water every day. So I had some blueberries and I had some carrots. I got my color and portion control. I just put them all together in a bowl. I don't care. It's not a big deal. I didn't need to mess up a bunch of plates. I didn't need to spend all day making things look pretty and sprinkling parsley and stuff on them. And I just needed to eat. So I put it all together in a saucer and ate it. Now, the fact that I don't have a stomach and never the organ of a stomach, and if you know my story, you know why, and I really never have an appetite, probably helps. I do have a great sense of smell, but the blueberries kind of stood out in the chili. Anyway, I'm not recommending it, but I needed to eat. I needed to get in my fruits and vegetables, and I needed to get on so I could do this podcast. I made it happen. I'm that kind of girl, and I want you to reach inside of you and be that kind of person for what's left. These last 6 weeks of 2020, make it worth it. So the tree story, right? I had a fight with a tree. My youngest son lives in a home I own over in Arlington. Bless God, we both have shelter. And he told me maybe a month ago that the wind or lightning had struck a branch in a very, very large, beautiful oak tree in the backyard. So I was like, handle it. Take it down. You don't want to just leave it hanging off the tree. I was glad the tree was okay. Trees add value. They provide a windbreak. They provide shade. It's great to have a mature tree. So, we're constantly growing and learning, and I'm trying to share things with him. I didn't know that when I was younger, that it's a big deal to have full-grown trees, mature trees on your property. So I'm just throwing that little nugget out, but at the same time, hey, take care of that. So I talked to him a few days later about it. Hey, did you get the branch down? What happened? You didn't hurt yourself? How big is the branch? Hadn't really seen a picture because I, trust him to take care of it. And he said, I can't. It's too hot. I even went and bought some clippers that are extended, and I can't quite reach it with the step stool. He doesn't have a ladder, and he's over 6 feet. So I'm like, man, this is a heck of a branch, right? And he said it was really large. So I went over there Sunday, and keep in mind, I've been a single black woman in the South a long time, and I have had battles seen and unseen, and I have learned to pick them, but I will not back down from a fight. I think I can win. So we go in the backyard, and I'm looking at this tree, this branch the branch was seriously, if the tree is 3 stories, the branch is 2 stories. It was almost down to the ground, but not touching. A big branch, and I could see that it was still connected to the tree, by quite a bit of bark. I don't know what the layers of a tree are called, but in a month's time of wind and everything else that had happened, it had not fallen off. So he's looking at me because he wants to get to the Cowboys game, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, well, what's the plan? And he said, well, I'm gonna call my guy, and he'll come over and take care of it. So I grabbed the branch. I could reach just the tip of it. And I started rocking that branch. It's a big, thick branch, and I'm a little woman, but I am strong in mind and spirit. And I felt like I could win that battle. So I'm rocking the branch. And then I got it loose enough that I could twist it. So I'm rocking it side to side, and then I completely twist it. I'm rocking it side to side. I could feel my son's annoyance. He's looking at me like I couldn't get it down. I'm a grown man with clippers. But he didn't say anything because he knows his mama. And the thing about me is, if I do think I can win a battle, I go in not always prepared, but always willing to listen to my instinct and intelligence, and wisdom is something, folks. Listen to yourself. Everybody else can have an opinion, but listen to yourself. You know what you know about yourself. You know what you can do. Don't let anybody steal your dreams, steal your joy, eliminate your hope, leave you with spiritual anorexia because they robbed you of your soul food. Come on now. You know what you know. They get to have an opinion, but they don't get to have the last word. So when he told me, Mom, it's okay, the guy's coming, I was of a different opinion, of a different mindset. I wasn't trying to get hurt or hurt myself, and I was angled in such a way. I've studied physics enough that I knew if and when, not even if, but when I got that branch down, that it would fall away from me. So I just keep twisting and turning. I mean, minutes are going by. I'm sweating, and I am not letting go because I am tenacious as hell. And I just keep swinging this branch. And finally, I do one last twist, and you hear this sound like the tree is screaming, groaning, moaning, and the branch came crashing to the ground. And I turned around and I looked at my son, and he's looking at me to see if I'm hurt because branches and leaves and stuff went everywhere. But I just looked at him, and I didn't have to say it because he knows his mama, but the message was, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Sometimes you can't find the answer on YouTube University. Sometimes you can't find the answer from calling and polling all your friends. And I hate people who do that. God dog, how many people do you have to ask? Jeez. Sometimes you just know from your gut how to approach the situation. If you're always looking for something written down for a strategic plan for every situation, you won't know how to innovate. You won't know how to be strategic. You won't know how to just create something out of nothing. You need to know in 2020 and beyond, we've got to know how to create something where nothing existed before. We've got to know how to problem solve, even though it looks like things are over our head, too strong, too big, too impossible. We've got to go after it with the confidence of what we've done before. See, my son didn't have the experience of having to make something out of nothing, having to overlook slights, having to tell myself it doesn't matter that they didn't buy my book, but they bought another pair of shoes in the middle of COVID, and they're not going anywhere for a webinar. Really, you need new shoes? See, I was working some things out. That's what he didn't know. I have learned to work some things out when I take on tasks that seem to be too much for me, and I accomplish them. It gives me the confidence to know that no matter what comes against me, I can, I will, I shall prevail if I want it bad enough. So I leave you with this. Go look in your mirror, look in your monitor, turn the camera around on your phone, and ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Everything that's eluding you, everything that seems too challenging, all the times you tell yourself, why won't anybody help me? Why won't anybody support me? How bad do you want it? Now do what you have to do and go get it. Fight that tree. I'm Dr. Mo Anderson. I want you to be encouraged. We will come through this. We will get through this. And we're going to win. We're going to win, folks. Subscribe, like, share. I'll be back next week with more motivation, innovation, education. Thank you.